The Takada Plain, one of Japan's leading rice-producing areas. Water-filled rice fields spread out as far as the eye can see. Water is essential in growing rice. On the Takada Plain, there are 2 large irrigation canals that constantly deliver that water. The first is the Uwae Canal, which was built by the Takada clan. The second is the Uwae Canal, which was built with funds contributed by a great many farmers and large landowners over a period of 130 years. Both canals were built in the Edo era. The Uwae Canal spans 26 kilometers from Miyako City's Kawakami district to Joetsu City's Okagi district. As of October 2015, Uwae Canal was registered as an ICID heritage irrigation structure, a first within Niigata Prefecture. There are the 3 men who took to heart the desires of the farming villages which desperately wanted water for their fields. Will the labourers have to dig tunnels through the continuous mountain ranges to circumvent numerous rivers and mountains? Without the aid of excavators or dump trucks, the workers of the Edo era were faced with numerous obstacles. Despite all they were faced with, the 3 dauntless men considered above all else able to reach speeds of 260 km per hour, the Hokuriku Shinkansen is a symbol of modern science and technology. Buffering its tracks as it makes its way through the Takada Plain, rice production has already begun. Along with the planted seedlings, water from the canal fills the rice paddies once more. Water is an indispensable commodity of rice production. Water carried by the Uwae Canal is the life's blood of the rice fields, an area outlined in pink on this map. It is an area of approximately 2,646 hectares in size, or approximately 560 Tokyo domes. While canals are a reliable way to provide water today, back when there were no irrigation canals, rice fields at the bases of the mountains had to rely upon ponds or the little water that flowed down from the mountain itself. That's where these 3 esteemed men came in. It was the 16th century, the Azuchi Momoyama era. Kyu Hachiro Tomisato, the head of Yoshiki village, oversaw excavation on approximately 6 kilometers of the canal for 75 years from its start in 1573. In honour of his achievement, a new village that had been created by the canal was named after him, Yoshiki Shinden. Next, for 44 years from 1650, Matazaemon Shimizu, who was born to a home of local officials and was quite influential in the area, extended the canal approximately 10 kilometers. Because of his devotion to the work on the canal, after he passed away, the story of the stone Buddhist statue gifted to the Shimizu family by the farmers is still told today. It is said that the statue represents Matazaemon's hard at work in his day-to-day tasks of accounting. Then, approximately 80 years later, for 9 years from 1772, a final 10 kilometers of canal was realized by Tomijiro Shimotori, a prominent and influential landowner. Mr. Shimotori sold his own rice fields and land to cover the costs of construction. Even today, the people of the region offer prayers of thanks to Shimotori at the enshrined deity Uwae Hokushin Daimyojin. Indeed, all 3 gentlemen are currently revered and the knowledge of what they did passed on. And now let's take a look at what kinds of difficulties they tackled specifically as we introduce each section of the construction project separately. The starting point of the Uwae Canal is in the Kawakami district of Myoko City. Building several small weir called hijiri in the middle of the winding Seki River allowed for water to be diverted to the canal.
今の川上以外の水下の方が、田んぼに水を入れたいということで川上から水を取らせてくれということで水を取っていったわけなんですよね。
At the beginning of the Showa era, every April the people of the Kawakami district would build the levee, channeling the water in what was called a water drawing. This is a canal running through the mountains. The path forward is through swamps and rivers. Under river siphons and over river aqueducts create a clear path for the irrigation channel. That is until they reach Okumagawa and Bessho rivers, which are too wide for aqueducts use. It was at these junctures that at-level construction methods were utilised. Water from the Uwae Canal was released into the Okumagawa River and a levee was built on the downstream side, bringing water back into the canal.
しかし同時にその堰を越えて水が下流に行くようにしなければ下流側の農民がこの上揚水そのものに反対をしますので、そういうのがつまり単なる工事じゃなくて下流側の農家の方たちに納得してもらうような工事、地元の方との話し合いや何か、その両方の難工事だったんじゃないかと思います。
It was said that Matazaemon's character could truly be felt when negotiations between construction crews and the farmers were necessary.
コモントなんか見ますとね、とにかく水をいかに無駄にしないか、下流にきちんと送るか、それからこういう時にはどのくらい堰を開けるかというところまできちんとみんな書いて、いかに実直な方であったかというのはそういうところにも伺われると思いますね。
The most extremely difficult part of the construction of the Uwae Canal was Sanjo Bori. With the second phase of construction finished, it took 3 generations of the same family, a total of 80 years, to get permission to continue digging. However, there was immediately a huge obstacle to overcome.
高低差があるところへ来て、岡峰のこの裾を通すということと、それから、櫛池川の底をくぐると、隧道にするという工事で、それが一番の難所だったんじゃないかと思いますけどね。
The walls of the tunnel were stacked stone, and the foundation and the ceiling were lined with wood. It took 5 years and cost 450 million yen in today's money to dig the Sanjo Bori. By consenting to the wishes of the farmers, even the rice fields in what are now known as the Sanwa district and Hokura area have water.
この辺は大体今言いましたように約290兆分の水を養っている上水でございますのでね、これによって大きくこの辺変わったということでございますし、水が本当に直線でもう目に見える水が流れてくるということは、非常にびっくりしたと思いますし、素晴らしいと思ったと思います。
In this way, the canal becomes the life's blood of the area. Unfortunately, this area is prone to flooding from the Sekikawa River, which in turn causes damaging landslides. The scroll at the top picture the Kamakawi area as it was back in the first year of the Bunka period of the Edo era nearly 200 years ago. It's clear to see that at this time the tunnel had yet to be dug. Initially, tunnels were dug through the edges of hills, but flooding would destroy the canals, which in turn would interrupt the flow of water downstream. Then again, in the late Edo era year of 1810, large construction work was undertaken. At the time, the work was considered to be extremely unusual, as they actually tunnelled beneath a private residence. That tunnel became known as the Kawakami Kuriana Tunnel. Thanks to the construction of that tunnel, it is now possible to constantly send water from the Uwae Canal. The full 26 kilometers of the Uwae Canal have remained largely unchanged in both length and shape since they were first constructed. In recent years, results of interior examinations by national agencies have shown the tunnel to be without flaw or distortion, and no reinforcement is needed in terms of continued future use. It's a testament to the high level of civil engineering technology during the Edo era. How did these three gentlemen make this grand scheme a reality?
百姓がみんな安心して米作りに励むように、それでまた進めただけ生産が上がると確信を持っていたから、そういう仕事に邁進されたんだと思います。
Let's take a look at the hard work and unusual construction our ancestors underwent on the Uwae Canal. Built in the Meiji era, the siphons and the rock-inlaid side walls need occasional renovations and thus still deeply affect our lives today. Water from the Sasagamine Dam and Lake Nojiri are directed to the hydroelectric power plants along the Sekikawa River in several places. The canal is routed so that water can flow through both the Itakura control pond in the Kawakami district and the Itakura power plant to awaiting rice fields without wasting water. The terminal point of the Uwae Canal is Sampo. It is here that the water is routed to large-scale renovated rice paddies.
この用水のおかげでですね、非常に農業もしやすくなりましたし、それから、プラス補助整備もされましてですね、機械の効率化も良くなったし、それに伴ってですね、後継者もですね、担い手さんもできてきた。
The farmers can work more efficiently, and they have been able to begin growing other non-rice products, such as flowers and vegetables, which in turn is enabling them to expand their agricultural business. In an effort to protect the canals, activities aimed at informing the larger community and others of the canal's history have begun. This is the Kawakami district Uwae Canal's water intake origin. When the construction of the Kawakami tunnel began, Kawakami Gongen Shrine was erected in an effort to ensure safety. An annual festival is held on April 21st to give thanks to those ancestors who pioneered the canal.
先人の何と言いますか、偉業と言いますかね、そういった思いというものをもう一度我々も思い起こすと言いますかね、そういったことも必要でしょうし、また世界考え施設遺産になれたということで、人のつながりができて、また地域が活性化されていけばいいなというふうに思ってます。
Local residents work together to mow the banks of the canal.
祖先の人たちが自分たちの生活を守るためにみんなで協力しながらやってきたんだなというようなことを知ってもらえたら嬉しい。
The wisdom and passion that built the canal is being used as an educational tool. By understanding the history of the Uwae Canal, it can be passed on to future generations.
遺産だからいいというんじゃなくて、現在の私たちがこの用水を使って稲作を行っていると、そこに本当に真の意味があると私は思いますね。
Even though 400 years have passed, the Uwae Canal is still in use, and in October 2015 it was recognized as an ICID heritage irrigation structure. The memory of these three esteemed gentlemen and their struggle to build the canal will continue on in the region.